What's going on, guys? It's Redbeard, and I want to show you guys how easy it is to price any tree job using the margin multiplier. Okay, so it's built on a program called AppSheet. It's a Google app program, lets you host spreadsheets. When you get there, what you want to do is just sign in, okay? And then it'll ask you to confirm, do that. And then this will just save all your data. So then you'll be able to go through your operating expenses and you'll be able to click on each individual item and modify either a monthly or an annual expense, and it'll auto calculate all that stuff for you. So just go through fuel, chains, climbing gear, PPE, power heads, all that stuff, and go through here to do equipment value. Equipment value is a unique one here. Okay, so when you punch in the value of that, and then you punch in the days working the capital, it'll give you a daily rate, and then the weekly rate is 4 days for the daily. So that's how you get the weekly. You have to add that in later, but I'll get to that in a minute. So just go through, throw the value in there, and it'll give you a daily and a weekly for all your equipment value. And then just keep on going through here for personnel, office, shop, insurance. When you get to insurance, you can go to workman's comp and put in a percentage for your workman's comp rate. So maybe you're paying 15%, and it'll calculate that based off your payroll. Okay, so go back here, you can do all this stuff: insurance, education, training, technology, blah, blah, blah. So there's a bunch of different categories you can use. Main things you really wanted to know were, the equipment value. That's not calculated into your base operating cost, which we'll get into in a minute. So then you'll go to the dashboard here, and it'll give you your total expenses. That doesn't add up the value of your equipment or any additional equipment on site. But what you're gonna do then is you're gonna adjust for the total working days that you have in a year. And so maybe you have more working days, maybe you have less, and that'll adjust the cost per day, okay? Then you can put in a profit margin, and it'll give you a daily base price, okay? Then you can add in a sales commission, which is the percentage of profit, and it'll tell you what the sales commission is. Then when you go over here to liability adjust, then you'll be able to adjust and add in for different things such as fences, sheds, septics, pools, houses, etc. Okay, so I'll show you how this works. So you're gonna have to throw in any additional equipment that you have on site here. You can just punch that in right there, okay? And then your liability points is gonna add up all of these categories here, and it'll adjust your price by this factor. Okay, so let me show you how this works. So let's say you have a customer that just wants to do the removal but doesn't want to do disposal. You can leave all the material there on site. So there, if you did that right there, you're going to save the customer 50%. Okay, so if you go down here to, let's get rid of this real quick, show you how easy this is. Okay, so now liability adjusted price $750. That's just to cut down the tree. Okay, now let's go back and we'll put the disposal back in there. Maybe it's a high volume tree, so maybe the disposal is 10, right? Maybe the removal is 10 because it's just a really massive tree. Okay, so let's say there's no liability involved, $6,000. Okay, so now let's say that this big massive tree with tons of volume in it is also over the house. Okay, so because it's such a high volume tree, it's over the house and it's over a fence, and there's a shed there too. So now you go down here and you look at the adjusted price. The price is $9,000. Okay, so if that just doesn't feel right, you feel like, well, maybe the shed's actually 4, maybe the house is actually a 6 or 7. Then you go back down here. Now the price is $10,000. So you can adjust your prices on the fly just by modifying what the liability is. Go back down here, and it's going to tell you liability adjusted price and liability adjusted cost. Now this is a price window. This is what's going to help you do a price drop. And so now you know that this is what you need to get on the job, and this is what you need to get to make a good profit on the job. So hope that explains the margin multiplier for you guys, and hope you guys enjoy it. Anyways, Redbeard out.